Peter McKenna. How's Jimmy Steins?
Well, he's all right, Robbo. It looks like some instant repairs on some blisters. His foot very heavily taped. Is pretty early in the season and hard grounds.
What would happen there, Bernie, if it had gone out of play? Going for the points and deliberately handballing it, and if it had been out of bounds, is it deliberate?
I think the umpire would have no choice, Bruce. He'd have to pay the free kick.
Just made the points. Marked by Williams from McEwen's kick out. Centre wing. Mark Richardson the target. With him Pike. Richardson and Pike, who held it up pretty well. Tapped on by Krasiska. Pike again. Just sit and wait. Got himself into some trouble. Threw it away in the end. Starcevic to full forward. Houlihan caught underneath it. Good stretch though by the 17-year-old. Missed by Gilbert. Quick kick away by the Demons. Robbins didn't go far. Gilbert with some courage there. Now Barwick. High tackle. Free kick to Barwick in the pocket. The good thing for Melbourne there was that they were able to hold it up, weren't they, with some strength at half-back.
A lot of desperation shown by Melbourne in defence. I noticed earlier how relaxed Lee Matthews was before the game. He didn't seem to be too perturbed by anything. I wonder if that's an indication of Collingwood's thoughts on the Foster's Cup, Bruce. He was very relaxed.
Barwick in the pocket. It'll take a good kick. Sizes up his options, goes to Krasiska, had to hit him on the chest, lace out for it to be effective, he didn't. Collingwood might get a free kick out of it. Lovell was going for it with Doyle with some strength, Hopgood with some speed, short, Tingay, well, he's played a wonderful first half. Cuthbertson on a long one, it's got past he and McEwen. Here's Matthew Phoebe. Left foot, round the body, misses, didn't straighten up, out on the full. Third Melbourne player to kick it out on the full. The Demons 6-4 to 1-7. Good to see the crowd continuing to build here. A lot of youngsters. Probably the perfect time for them, isn't it? Just after school.
It's actually a pretty good venue here too, close to the city. So the workers knocking off, able to get here very quickly.
Here's Krasiska after McEwen kicked it short.
Krasiska's long kick up towards half forward, and that could be nearly paid to Mark Richardson. It is on centre wing. The battle in the centre between Russell and Tingay. Russell's had 8 and 4, Tingay 15 and 2. And Tingay far more effective. He's also kicked a goal. Ball finishes now with Stephen Tingay. His kick is a little too far out there for Matthew Phoebe, and it goes out of bounds on centre wing. It's a little forward of centre wing in Melbourne's forward half.
Just a little bit sloppy, and they're working at work at the moment, Collingwood. That kick coming from Barwick, very sloppy. And Stephen Tingay's stats, he's been terrific so far. 4 marks, 16 kicks and 2 hand passes.
Ruck work for Melbourne being done by David Neitz. The ball goes to half forward for Collingwood. Doyle just a little slow, but Pike impresses me. Gets the ball away to Stephen Phoebe. His kick, fairly direct, up to left half forward, taken over by Watson. 2 of the youngsters of AFL footy there, Shane Watson for Collingwood and Chris Sullivan, number 4 for Melbourne. And there's another promising youngster, David Schwartz, on the Melbourne interchange bench. Left half forward for the Demons. Rocker just moved out of it too early there by David Neitz in the ruck contest, and the free kick will go to the Collingwood player, Rocker, at right half back. Nice long kick by Rocker. And the mark taken by Richardson, plays on quickly, away to Starcevic. Starcevic's kick in towards full forward. A good contest here. Moncourse to Houlihan. Houlihan snapshot, misses to the right-hand side. Damien Houlihan, 1 goal, 3. He's had 5 kicks, and if he'd have converted a little better, well, you'd probably say that he's done a reasonable job in the first half.
Yes, I think he's looking very promising, Houlihan.
Pickering on the lead, 1-8-6-4 the score here. Barwick, clever. Fraser, left foot, and out of play in Collingwood's left forward pocket.
Solid work there from Dougie Barwick. Pickering a little bit slow to getting back onto his feet after that heavy bump.
Moncourse works his way to the front against Doyle, who actually gets the tap. Barwick goes in hard with Robbins, who'd got it back to Gilbert, whose kick has bounced just in, but went straight up, and bad luck for Hassel. John Hassel from Warrandyte, the 19-year-old, because must have bounced just over the line. It was a close call. The umpire looked to be in a good position. Ruck work by Starcevic against Doyle. Well taken by Hassel, who's come off the interchange bench. Wobbly kick. Robbins, free kick to Melbourne, but the advantage is paid. Now Gilbert to Norrish. A couple of Western Australians combining from the same club. To centre half forward. High one. Good leap by Sullivan, actually. Campbell took it well, but his handball was awful. Really let himself down there. Fraser's kick straight back to Doyle. And Melbourne have got some big, strapping youths playing for them tonight. Norrish's handball was again poor. Now Russell, so a few mistakes creeping in. Run down though, Russell. Just didn't have a feel for the other player coming for him, but was able to recover. Gaffer twists and turns, actually puts himself under the hammer. Pike misread it. Grinter got in his road. Richardson's given them some spark there. Houlihan. Moncourse should mark. Road against him. Free kick Moncourse. It was a bit like David and Goliath, wasn't it?
There's too much height there. Moncourse in the front position.
Mark Richardson's done a bit, hasn't he? Because Morwood was been given the stick by Pike, and suddenly Richardson's come out and he's had 5 touches in about 10 minutes.
Yes, they needed something across that half-forward line, and Richardson at least has provided a target, a bit of movement.
That was an excellent decision by the umpire, as we saw the replay there, Bruce. Obviously, Peter Road in lots of trouble from a height point of view. Grabbed hold of Moncourse's jumper and then grabbed hold of the body.
So the acting captain goes for goal and kicks it. Well, a fight at full forward, a bit of a wrestle going on just after that goal scored, so there's been quite a bit of feeling between the two clubs. Kerrison's high kick going nowhere. Punch forward by Collingwood. Barwick attacks it, tries to give up a quick handball. The tackle was good. Hassel, quick handball on to Richardson to half forward. Gilbert, who was heavily involved with Starcevic a moment ago. Mark Fraser straightens up, touches the ground. Good tackle by Pike. Stopped him in his tracks. Stretch goes short, or too short. Krasiska stretched against the stretch kick, if you can understand that. Kick by Krasiska, and that goal by Collingwood.
Come back, come back, come back!
Was their first in 43 minutes, including time on. So it was a long wait for them. Doyle goes wide. Road in the back pocket. Had a very reliable season last year. Neitz was his target originally. Sullivan almost. McCartney's handball, his tackle was good and the handball was a throw. So the free kick to Collingwood at centre wing.
Lovell quite disappointed there. He was away with the football. McCartney now for Collingwood and kicks it nicely in towards full forward. The crumbs are gathered very well by Robbins. Away there to Stephen Phoebe. Stephen Phoebe's kick looking for Sullivan, but it's harassed away from that player by Watson, over for a boundary throw-in. Sullivan only 1 kick. Watson, his opponent, 3 kicks and 4 hand passes. And I'm sure Bernie Neil-Balm would be fairly pleased with his first half performance by his Demons.
They've looked pretty keen, haven't they, the Demons?
Here's Tingay. Kick number 17 for Stephen Tingay. Rocker and Gaffer combined. Good tackle Campbell, but it's very difficult 1-on-2, and eventually Collingwood with the numbers get the ball back towards centre wing. It's marked by Williams. They must do something. They've got a loose man there with Williams. He's kicking towards full forward. The mark is taken by Houlihan as Krasiska kept 2 or 3 Melbourne defenders busy, and Houlihan has marked about 45, maybe a little further, 46, 47 metres from goal. So this will test his length of kicking. From an accuracy point of view, he's kicked 1-3, but to give him a little bit of credit there, I think his 3 behinds have been under a little bit of pressure. So let's see what Damien Houlihan can do from about 45 metres. Oh, lovely kick. Well done.
14-point margin as Collingwood have crept back to 3-8 to 6-4. They've kicked the last 2 goals in the game. Pickering, left foot. Sullivan, who's been well held, as both Bernie and Robbo said a moment ago, with 1 kick to date. That one not good. Barwick unable to control it in the end. Richardson very well played to McEwen. A dangerous handball. McCartney goes straight for the boundary line and finds it in the pocket.
Well, he was under a lot of pressure, wasn't he, in the end?
I was going to say, I reckon there's only one umpire in the competition that'd be game enough to give a free kick like that, and that'd be Peter Cameron, wouldn't it?
And he decided not to. Yeah, it was a big call, wasn't it? Because he's about 50 metres away from the line. Free kick to Collingwood. We've got a minute and a half to go, and another goal by the Magpies before half-time would even this match right up. Melbourne led by 26 points a few minutes ago. It's back to 14. Not good by Doyle, because over the top Starcevic. Houlihan on the lead, hits him. No, didn't. Gilbert did very well. Houlihan's recovery okay. Still Houlihan. Starcevic caught. Tried to break a tackle with strength. Crashing his way through Richardson. Crashed through a couple. Got a short kick away. Tingay. Caught by Williams. Collingwood with a chance. Richardson, waited. The tackle by Stretch was good. Pickering, great footy. Barwick put a good tackle on him. And some excellent rear guard football by both teams there.
Well, I was just thinking, Bruce, that tackle from Stephen Stretch where he rode Richardson into the ground. I thought maybe a free kick could have been paid. His momentum really rode him right into the middle of his back into the ground.
Moncourse took it out of the air. The kick was smothered. Rhodes, handball.
Well done, Doyle.
Robbins to the boundary line, finds it. 3:8.64, almost half-time. And Collingwood's been able to pull itself back here because Melbourne looked as if it was going in at half-time with a very big lead. But the Maggies have come back. Remember all those close finishes last year. Russell, good tackle on him. He's been busy, Russell, in the first half, but he's had his colours lowered by the outstanding player on the field, and that's been Tingay.
I think they've put Richardson on Tingay too, by the look of that, Bruce, at the back of this pack.
Well, Kerrison's stopping a level at the moment, and they've put another stopper, Richardson, on Tingay. Russell's kick, not good, but time should avoid a score because we're down to 10 seconds. Williams after Tingay. Tingay off the ground. Watson and Sullivan. Watson with it. High one around the body, but clock ticking down, and there's a siren for half-time. And Melbourne in front at 6-4 to 3-8. Djakovic with 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, injured and reported. Cuthbertson with 2 goals. Tingay and Pickering, and they're the goal scorers for Melbourne. Houlihan has 2, and that man Moncourse kicked a goal in the first half. Jim Steins with blisters going off, and Djakovic also to ponder about what's happened in the first 3/4 of an hour. So at half-time, Melbourne by 14 points at Princes Park. It's 6-4 to 3-8.